Hi, I'm Tobias Atkins, CEO of Atkins Health, and I'm super pumped to be joined here today by our resident women's health guru, exercise physiologist, and mother of 16-month-old Nicole Harnett.
Hello.
We are super excited today to be able to share with you some incredible wisdom, experiences, and journeys of some extraordinary women that we've had the opportunity of interviewing over the past few weeks.
From entrepreneurs to health professionals to business women to mothers, each of these has an inspirational story and a journey of wealth of knowledge which we hope you can take away and become a superwoman within you.
No matter where you are in life, age or demographic, we hope that this podcast shows you that you are not alone. No matter what you encounter and how hard womanhood becomes or is for you, we hope that this shows you that there is a way forward that is both prosperous, exciting, and fulfilling.
So sit tight, tune in, and be taken through our speakers' life lessons and journeys, and hopefully, if you're open to it, become a better version of you.
I am very excited to be bringing to you our guest speaker today. Her list of accomplishments would simply run off the page. Owner, General Manager and talking head of the Business League, a national community of SME owners who want to connect in with an inspiring network that lifts and drives themselves and their business forward. She co-founded and runs the operation with her husband, retired Army Major Edward Plant. Strap yourselves in, guys. I simply couldn't shorten this intro at all. Our guest speaker today, Rebecca Plant, is a born Gold Coast local. From an early age, her drive to achieve her goals in the things that she loved led her to continuously seek out her next level. Beck made her first local representative netball team, which she would cycle 8 kilometers on her bike in order not to miss training. Personally, I think that is training in itself, but we'll move on from that. Not only did she have to be physically fit, she also had to learn to market and sell in order to recruit the funds that was necessary to support her sporting dreams. Beck has represented 2 Australian states in the sport of netball, culminating in a year in the National Netball League in 2009. She has spent 15 years working in communications in Australia and while traveling abroad, including her first career job as a newspaper journalist. A nervous breakdown in her 20s led to her pursuing a coaching course and an alternative career that put her back in the driver's seat of her own life. After many iterations of herself as an entrepreneur, Beck is now general manager of the Business League. Beck and Ed have co-authored a book on leadership titled Lead the Ship in 2016. It was a #1 bestseller in 5 different countries and most importantly sits on actually my bedside table. I'm not sure if you know that, and I've read multiple times. Rebecca, it is an honor to have you here with us today. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm so excited that I go to bed with you every night, Tobias.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So did Ed, though, but we'll just brush over that here.
Out of the question, that's for sure. Now, I've obviously had the privilege of getting to know you quite well over the years. I've actually listened to yourself and Ed speak, attended multiple of your seminars in the Business League, and actually stole and hogged, I reckon, probably your entire night at a networking dinner after being completely encapsulated by your actual story. But for the listeners, having only known what I've told them so far, can you please give us a snapshot and a bit of a feel for who is Rebecca Plant?
Wow. I am a wife. I'm a mum of 2 young boys. I run a business. I am a weekend athlete warrior. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. And I'm a woman who's facing her almost 40s in 6 months' time. That's who I am.
That's incredible, honestly. The list of roles, that's insane. I don't know how you find time to even eat, breathe, and sleep. And by the way, I've met your boys, and you've done an incredible job with them. They are simply beautiful. Sort of.
Thank you. They are sometimes rat bags and sometimes angels.
Hey, they're boys. What can you expect, right?
I don't know. I come from a family of women, Tobias. I'm one of three girls, the youngest, who was brought up by a single mum. With even our cat and our dog were girls. And now I live in a house where I have two young men, a very loving husband, and even our dog is a boy. So and our local kookaburra's name's Kevin. So I'm completely outnumbered. And so I don't know if that's what boys are. Now you're getting me all fussy. I have to take my jacket off in preparation for this movie.
That's actually really funny. I purposely left out your personal upbringing because I wanted to delve into that. But let's jump into that right now. I didn't want to share that from myself because I think the mention of being, you know, in an all women family growing up and being the youngest of that, I think, you know, would have helped shape who you are. Do you want to kind of give us a little bit of an idea of what it was actually like growing up in your household and what made and created that personality, that drive and that attitude that I know all too well? But yeah, give us a bit of an update on that.
Well, I never look at myself and think of myself as extraordinary. It's always, you know, really humbling to hear someone else's perception of my life. So thank you. But I guess it's just the things I've achieved are just a combination of a bunch of different experiences captured in time. And my mum, who brought up three girls on her own under the age of 10, when my parents separated, and this was that was in the 80s. So not a really familiar time when divorce and separation was a big thing. So it's, you know, I was probably not one of not very many children in my class growing up that had separated parents or that just simply saw my dad every now and again. It wasn't even one of those structured environments where I saw him every second weekend or whatever. It was just literally, it just happened when it happened. And it wasn't formalised like those experiences are now. So it was my mum who was very young. She had my eldest sister at the age of 20. Right. And she had me as a third at the age of 27. Right. So she did a lot of her growing up as we were growing up. And we all grew up together. And my mum is an incredible woman, and I cannot thank her enough for the opportunities that she gave me. And forewent so much for herself to give that, not just to me, but to my sisters as well. But they will tell you that it was me that got all the stuff, the good stuff, and all the special things, as being the baby. But I think it was just by then Mum was too worn down to say no. Sure, Beck, just do that. Yes, we'll make it happen. So there was a lot of understanding probably that we couldn't do certain things, we couldn't afford certain things, and it was just an awareness that if I wanted something, I had to go out there and make it happen for myself. I don't look back at that with any resentment. I don't look back and feel like I ever missed out on anything. Obviously now with my own children, I can understand that they receive so much in their life in comparison to what I had an opportunity with. But it doesn't make me look back and feel resentful about that at all. I just think that my mum is an amazing human, and I would not have wanted that job that she did so beautifully, and I'm so grateful for the experience.
She sounds like, honestly, an incredible woman, and obviously did an amazing job with yourself. And what I think, you know, hearing that story, as tough as it must have been for you back in going through that time, as you said, there's no resentment, and you don't feel that, and instead you've come out with this amazing attitude. I hear through the stories when, again, being encapsulated and hogging that entire night of yours, about how nothing is ever a surmountable problem. And I think that is such an incredible skill set that you have. When things get in the way, it's just a challenge for you to overcome. It's never a complete barrier. And you know, it's not me to say, but it certainly sounds like your upbringing would have probably, you know, helped develop that. Would you say?